Welcome. We're here in Orlando for the World Conference of Mayors and the Historic Black Towns Association. Mayor Johnny Ford has invited us to actually be here. We're Foundation for a Drug-Free World, the Americas chapter, and we're collaborating on protecting our families and our kids from this drug scourge. Last year, 106,000 Americans died of drug overdoses, and we're beset by shootings all across our country. 90% of shootings are drug-related. So welcome to this event. We want to thank Mayor Johnny Ford for having invited us, and Harlem Globetrotter Robert Hunter for putting together this basketball game we'll have later in the day, and for doing all his global humanitarian work, and also our singer, our Drug-Free World America's chapter singer, Mrs. Judy Bachar, who has an unbelievable voice, and our producer, Jorge Rodriguez of Canal America, where we run our show, A Time for Truth. And at this point, before we start with this video, I want to acknowledge our Drug-Free World team. My wife, Maria, my daughter, Megan, our friend, David, and John Kerry, and all the other ambassadors that we have throughout, Globetrotter Robert Hunter, former Jet Noah Burrows, NFL player Marshall Faulk, on. And we're going to win a drug-free world. Thank you for helping us.
The Honorable former Commissioner and former Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Orlando, Orlando the Beautiful, the Honorable Commissioner Eames, who's going to come now. The Honorable Samuel Eames has served this city, this community with great distinction, and now he is serving with even more distinction as the Vice President of the World Conference of Mayors for Trust. Will you join me in letting him know how much we appreciate him for his service? Your Honor?
Thank you, Your Honor, and hello, and good afternoon, everyone. You know, welcome to the City of Orlando, the city, our town of Eatonville, and you're obviously in Maitland, Florida, and we welcome you here with the World Conference of Mayors and the Historic Black Towns and Settlements Alliance. And it is indeed an honor and a privilege to also welcome you to the Zora Festival right here in Eatonville, Florida, an all-black town here in near Orlando, Florida. So now we'll have our opening prayer, and I'm going to ask if you would please bow with me. Father, in the name of Jesus, we pray for great health, great wisdom, and great knowledge, great love, great faith, great favor for all of us that are in attendance, and to those of us that can't be in attendance to the 2022 World Conference of Mayors.
So we're here at the World Mayors Conference, and with an international singer, Tony Wilson, who actually is part of frontman for James Brown. Welcome.
Welcome, and thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, it's a pleasure, and you know what, with this drug problem, you have a very beautiful way of kind of combating it with a song, right?
That's right. Well, I kept James Brown's legacy alive, and he always was against drugs, even though he fell on himself, but he was always telling kids to stay off of drugs and stay in school and don't be a dropout. So he made a little song, get on the good foot, going down to the crib, you let it all hang out. Just stay off the drugs and make it all right. Get on the good foot, and don't be a dropout. Stay off the drugs. Ow!
Wow, very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And what if you wanted to make a statement to those watching out there, and the artists watching out there, and the parents? What would you say about what's going on in the country?
Well, it's a lot of things that we haven't experienced. You know, you have the viruses, the COVID, but more importantly, you have the drugs. You have the parents that are not staying aware of their kids' activities. When I grew up as a young boy, I was in the YMCA, the boys' clubs, those type of things, tumbling, dancing. So, you know, parents just, you know, talk with your kids every day. That way you'll see personality changes. You'll know maybe they're being bullied. Maybe they've been forced to sell drugs. Maybe they're being forced to take drugs. So you have to take the initiative. Everything starts at the home. And for those parents that work all the time, when you get a chance, you have a neighbor. Somebody can watch and monitor the personality of your child and see if it changes, whether they've been bullied or whether they're being part of a drug activity, whether they're selling it or using it.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you do well.
All right, thank you.
And we're here with Denise Johnson, the ambassador of Mission of Grace Haiti, at this great World Mayors Conference organized by Mayor Johnny Ford. And I wanted to ask you something, because I know you do a lot with kids and families. What's your feeling about what's going on in the world with drugs and our youth?
It's so important that we educate our children about drugs, about all the confusion that's going on. But as long as we can do that with reading and education, we can't just tell them, we have to show them in words, show them in signs. So it's very important to have a drug-free world. That way we can keep them on the straight and narrow path.
Well, you know what? We welcome you to be part of Drug Free World. Would you like that?
Sure, I sure would, yes.
Okay, well,
Yeah. All right.
welcome, and
Thank
we
you.
will work together to create that drug-free world. And those of you watching, as Denise Johnson said, drugfreeworld.org. Check it out for yourself in 22 languages, and let's make our kids safe.
Thank you. One more.
All right. Got it? All right, go ahead, John, and you close us out.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's give our mayor, the Honorable Johnny Ford, a round of applause for all of the great work that he has done and he continues to do
Amen.
for the World Conference of Mayors and the Historic Black Towns and Settlements Alliance and the National Policy Alliance.
Great job.
You know, Bobby Hunter says if you know anything about the Mayor Johnny Ford, if you know anything about him, if you're anywhere around him, you're in Johnny's world. So I'm very happy to be in Johnny's world. Our next event takes place from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Honorable Bobby Hunter and the Honorable Dr. Bernard Falkoff sponsors for a drug-free world celebrity basketball game. And this is the former Harlem Globetrotters, the Honorable Bobby Hunter is team captain, versus the World Conference of Mayors President, the Honorable Johnny Ford, who is the team captain. And this is all located in Eatonville, Florida at the Joe R. Lee Boys and Girls Club there at 400 Ruffles Street, Eatonville, Florida, 32751. And so all celebrities, elected officials are invited to join us and your favorite team. Just bring your own sneakers if you plan to play a little basketball with them. I know you had your lunch, Mayor Jackson, so you can play a little ball, right? Mayor Rowland. Mayor Rowland. All right. So again, thank you all so much for being here today at our opening session. And we really, really do appreciate you and all that you have offered for us here today. And so we look forward to seeing you soon at 3 p.m. in Eatonville, Florida. Yes.
I want to just say something to all of you. We have some that the mayor and I designed.
Go ahead.
And we have some beautiful shirts for you. Definitely come, everyone who's in here, come. You get the shirts. You can have fun. We had a great time the last time. And, you know, at Tuskegee we did this.
Hello, boys and girls. Listen now, you all. Hello, boys and girls. Is this the best boys and girls club in the world? girls in the world? Do you love your parents? Do you love yourself? My name is Johnny Ford. I'm the former mayor of...
Okay, I was good. No, it's not that.
I am the president of the World Conference of Mayors. And I want to introduce to you the Honorable former Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioner for the City of Orlando, the Honorable Commissioner Samuel Ings, who is going to speak on behalf of the Mayor, Mayor Angie Dick Gardner, who is the mayor of this great city, Eatonville, the town that freedom built. And so I'm going to introduce to you the Mayor Pro Tem, the former Mayor Pro Tem, and Mr. Bobby Hunter, former Globetrotters. And Dr. Bernard Fielko, all right, and his team. So first, the Honorable Commissioner, former Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner Samuel Ings.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's give the Honorable Johnny Ford a round of applause. He's from Tuskegee, Alabama. All right. So, hey, look, we're so happy to be here for you on today. Shaggy, where's Shaggy? Come on, let's give it up for Shaggy. Let's say, yay, Shaggy! Yay, Shaggy! And also, let's give it up for our new mayor of the town of Eatonville, Mayor Angie Gardner! And so from the city of Orlando, Mayor Buddy Dyer and Commissioner Regina Hill and Commissioner Bakari Burns, myself, former commissioner with the city of Orlando, we welcome the Hall of Globetrotters and the World Conference of Mayors for this wonderful basketball game just for you. All right, so enjoy yourselves. Nobody won that $20, right? Just tell the Honorable Bobby Hunter, I want to win $20. I want to win $20. I want to win $20. I want to win $20.
Thank you. So at halftime, we're going to find out who wants to win $20. And if you look on YouTube, you can see me singing, "Hey Man, That Ain't My Thing." And what I'm doing with Drug Free World and Each One Teach One Drug Free America is I'm going around telling kids to stay away from drugs so that you get jobs and so that you'll be good in your community. So all you have to do is say when somebody offers you some drugs, "Hey man, that ain't my thing." Hey everybody, "Hey man, that ain't my thing."
Dr. Bernard Mary Cobb is going to introduce our singer for the national anthem. Now, let's give him a round of applause.
So, we're here for a Drug-Free World, and the basketball game is because when you play basketball, you hit a three-point shot. How do you feel? How you feel? I can't hear you. How you feel? That's right. So with that, you don't need drugs. Life is a game. So today, we got a special guest for you. We brought somebody in to sing our national anthem. Give her a round of applause. Judy Bahar.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly the twilight last queen, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched their so gallantly stream, and the rockets crackling, the bomb bursting there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Everybody, oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free, and the heart of the brave.
So we're down here in Orlando, Florida for the World Mayors Conference and the Drug Free World America's Chapter basketball game. We were really lucky today to have the Harlem Globetrotters with us, and we have Hollywood Brown, right?
You got it.
How'd you get that name?
Well, you know, I did a little bit of acting when I was with the Harlem Globetrotters. Matter of fact, I was on the episode of L.A. Law, and I know you remember the movie series
Absolutely.
L.A. Law.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I did a small part on there, but it was great.
Well, I tell you what, you were shooting from way out here, and I said to you, you must have been downtown Brown, right?
That was back in my college days. They used to call me downtown
Well,
until I got to the Globetrotters.
Well, you're very, very impressive, and I see that you guys are, you know, I want to actually show this to our audience here.
Yes.
The Harlem Legends, right?
The Legends, yes. We are a group of former Harlem Globetrotters that travel all across the country, providing entertainment as well as giving back to the communities. We are in the community. We talk about making the right choices. We talk about anti-drugs because we don't want kids to be on drugs. We don't want kids to be offered drugs. So we're doing that, and we're just letting everybody know we're spreading the message.
Well, it's beautiful. So if we put some more drug-free world together in the future, you'll be playing with us? And
Yes, we'll be playing with Drug Free World because the message is very strong, and you guys are doing a great job with it, and we're supporting it.
So we're here in Orlando with the World Mayors Conference, Drug Free World America's Chapter basketball game, and we're here with Michael Memphis Douglas. Is that right?
That's right, in the flesh, here having a wonderful time, and it's just a great event so far.
Well, you know, it's amazing because when I was a kid, I watched the Globetrotters, and to be on this court with you guys, I got to tell you, is a great honor, and I had tremendous pleasure today.
Hey, man, it was a lot of fun, and that's what we bring. We try to bring the joy and the goodwill to all the areas that we travel to, and we're happy to be here in Edenville, Florida today with you.
Well, you know what? We love it, and you know what? You have this Harlem Basketball Legends. What's that all about?
Well, the Harlem Legends, we are mostly a group of professional athletes, former members of the Harlem Globetrotters, NBA, U.S. Olympics, and other professional athletes. And we come together to assist different schools, churches, organizations in their fundraising efforts through our celebrity basketball show. But not only do we offer the basketball show, we offer basketball camps for kids.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are all motivational speakers going to different schools and organizations around the country, and we appear at special events, and we just do our best to try to be positive role models, and we just want the environment to be healthy, to be able to bring us back in so we can help motivate the kids.
Well, what you did here was unbelievable, and I was going to ask you it's obvious, but if you wanted to put a message out there for all the people watching about what's going on with the country, with the drug usage, what would you say?
I would say let's love more on each other because hate is too big of a burden to bear. So I want all of us to come together as a people. We are one nation under God, so why don't we live that way? Good. So it has nothing to do with race, it doesn't have anything to do with class. Let's just love on each other. And I would love for everybody to bring us in. If you want to have a few minutes or a few hours of love and happiness, bring these legends into your area. Because check it out, we're not only going to do ball handling, but we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. Bring them in for you, and thank you for having been here today.
My man, thanks. All right.
Okay.
We're very honored to have here with us the organizer, the presenter, the founder of this group, the Honorable Mayor Johnny Ford.
Dr. Bernard Fialkoff, I am so proud of you. You know, a few months ago when we started this, we were just getting to know each other. Now you're my hero. I tell you, he's even a great basketball player. Seriously, let me just say this. Thank you so much for what you've done to help organize this and to spearhead this. You know, you accepted our invitation to come to Tuskegee. We had the program there where The former Globetrotters and the outstanding athletes came and inspired our young people. We had a charity basketball game, but the bottom line was we're all pushing for the same thing, and that is a drug-free world. Thank you for what you're doing for humanity, not only in this country, but around the globe.
Well, you know what? It's our pleasure. And as you said, I'm only a representative. And, you know, you and I feel like since I met you, we're on the same page. We're working for humanity.
We are together. Let's do this. You know, a lot of people talk about the problems, but we have to actually do something about these problems. For example, this gun violence.
Yes.
It just makes no sense for our national leaders not to be able to come together and rally around doing something about this. This is a national crisis. We have to put aside partisan politics when you're talking about the lives of the American people. Mental illness and mental health should be accorded a top priority of the administration. Too long we've not given this health issue the kind of priority that it needs to be given. So people resort to drug abuse in many instances because of mental situations. Our young people, of course, must realize at an early age that they should stay away. That's why we have to educate them and inform them of the dangers involved and prevent them from growing up being addicted or attracted to drugs or any other illegal activities. So there's work to be done, and I just am proud that the World Conference of Mayors and the Historic Black Towns and Settlements Alliance, that we have entered into an official MOU between your organization and the World Conference. We are one. We are in this together. We're about saving humanity, in particular our children, in this effort.
Absolutely, and we're going to have a good time. We'll have these basketball games, and we'll get it all across the cities, and let's make some people not only drug-free, but happy and productive citizens.
Most definitely, and this is just not a local situation. As you see here, we have representatives from Haiti, from Trinidad was represented today, Panama, the Dominican Republic, Taiwan, and now we even have Cuba.
Bobby Hunter, the Globetrotters, already got that locked up.
Yeah, we all. When I lived in New York, I played at that park. Matter of fact, when I first came to New York, the Kappas said, "We'll take you to the Kappa House, but can you play basketball?" And sure enough, I said, "We can," and we played basketball for the Kappas, and we won the citywide championship.
Wow.
I was right out of Knoxville College, and that's how we earned our pay, playing basketball. And here I am at 79, on the verge of my 80th birthday, still playing basketball. So
It's going to happen again now. We're going to do an anniversary up there.
At least, so let's do it, okay?
Yeah, well, you know what, the Mayor Adams, here we have Mayor Johnny Ford, and we're going to send out, proclamation for you for all the good you're doing in New York City.
And he is. We like him. He's for real. He stands for justice and equality. He's a former police officer. We were there, and we had hoped to get with him when he was being inaugurated, but he was so busy. But we have a long history with New York. I remember when I was president of the National Conference of Black Mayors, I recruited black mayors from around America to come to New York to walk the streets and to knock on the doors when Percy Sutton was running for mayor. And then David Dinkins ran for mayor. But we came in from around the country to work for those two gentlemen when they ran for mayor. And the same thing we did for Harold Washington when he ran for mayor of Chicago and others. So, Mayor Adams, we are proud of you and we support you, and we're looking forward to coming to New York. It would be a homecoming for me, Harlem. I love Harlem. I can't wait to get back to Harlem.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, Mayor. Thank you for the time.
Great.
All right.